Hi, so today we are back. This time we're looking at the hips and the
Front of the thighs,
the quads. I don't know what I'm doing today. So to begin with, we're going to look at the psoas. So where's the psoas, Lisa?
It's over the front of the hip. So if you pop your palm of your hand over the part where your hip joins your leg, it runs through there. It actually goes through the pelvis and attaches onto the lower part of your back, but that's on the front where my hand is. There is where you'll feel this stretch.
So as you can see, Lisa is assuming the position. So you're stretching the rear leg, aren't we, on this one?
Yeah, so it's through there. And if you make sure that your front leg, your knees over the ankle so that you're nice and stable and there's no sort of balance issues in there.
Okay, so following on from previous weeks when we talked about active isolated stretching, we're sticking to the main principles. So we move into the stretch position, hold it for 2 seconds and then move out. As you can see, Lisa's just gently easing into the stretch with each movement. How's that?
Yeah, it's fine actually.
Oh,
give in nicely.
First time for everything.
We are feisty today.
Okay, so yeah, this is the psoas. So as usual, we would go for the old 15 repetitions, 2 second hold and release. Okay, so we can tie this into a number of different stretches, incorporating other muscles. So first up, we're going to go for psoas and iliacus. So to incorporate this, Lisa's going to add a little bit of a twist. So where are you stretching now, Lisa?
So it's still in the same place. As you reach the arm over, you just feel it more in that spot where your leg joins your body. So the psoas major and the iliacus are two muscles grouped together are called the hip flexors, which is what a lot of people know them as. So this stretch is great for anybody that does exercises where the legs are moving straight up and down in front, so running, cycling, those sorts of exercises. These are great stretches for.
Also, not a bad thing if you spend a lot of time in the car either.
Yeah, or at a desk.
Yeah, and sometimes you get a little bit of achy back. This will really, could potentially really help you out. Okay, so it's the same process. Lisa's leaning into it to get the psoas and then leaning over the body. So it's a 2-in-1 stretch, so good value for money, this one.
Yeah, and I think maybe the only point to add is if it is very, very tight through there and so you're uncomfortable in this upright position, come down with your hands on the floor so you can still lift the hips out, sink in, feel the stretch, hold, and then come out and work yourself in and out of the stretch with your hands down there, and then slowly lift yourself up with blocks or books or anything like that until you're in the upright position over however many weeks or months that takes you.
Yeah, and also it's always good sometimes, I tell my clients that if they do struggle with this purely from a balance point of view, do it next to the sofa.
Yeah. Something
to hold on to as well if you're a little bit wobbly.
Yeah, and you might need a little bit of padding under your knee just for comfort as well.
I've made Lisa suck it up today. Okay, so moving on. So this is psoas and iliacus. Now we're going to incorporate rec fem. So we need a strap for this.
Get my strap on.
So where's rec fem, Lisa?
It's a part of the quad muscle, so the group of 4 muscles on the front of the thigh, and you can think of it as running right down the centre. I would ease into this one nice and gradually because it can be really quite tight for people.
So what Lisa's done is she's just hooked the strap around the foot, so as she leans into the stretch, she pulls the foot towards her. So you can either loop it around the ankle or over the foot, doesn't really matter. Either by the side. If I'm doing it, I usually have it over the shoulder, but what Lisa's doing is absolutely fine. So sticking with the same principles, moving into the stretch position, holding for 2 seconds and then releasing out. How's that feeling?
Tight. And I think that the thing on this, as Hannah says, you can hold the strap in different positions. So be aware that if you're holding it as I am, that if your hip is opening, so you're turning to the front as you're bringing that leg up, perhaps try holding it in the opposite hand so you can keep those hips square forwards but still get that slight lift. And again, it can be a very tiny lift.
Yeah, definitely.
On the back.
Yeah, don't feel that you need to bring your heel to your bum at all. It's, just that little bit of movement is often.
And here you'll feel the stretch right in the centre of your thigh muscle there. So huge value for money.
Definitely.
In this one.
So, okay, so yeah, all three of those, you can incorporate them all together, do them individually. Again, the 15 repetitions with the 2-second hold would be fantastic. So, moving on, we're going to go on to quadriceps now. So, quadriceps are the 4 muscles at the front of the thighs. And for this, you need to be laying on your side, and it's basically swinging the leg forward, pulling it, and then moving it back. Obviously, generating that pull in the last end part of the stretch. So it's important here again that you keep quite, neutral movements. You're not pulling the leg out too much. You're maintaining really good posture. Also, think about the back. So, how are you laying, Lisa?
I've got my the bottom leg, the knee is bent in front of me to help keep me stable. And I guess how I think about it is when my foot comes behind me and I take hold, I think of pulling that knee in line with the hip. So if I do it from here, so it's as much as keeping the hips forwards to create that stretch all down the front of the thigh, rather than arching the back, work through the hips. But again, all down the front of the thigh there is where you want to feel that one.
Definitely. So obviously this is a brilliant way of stretching the quadriceps. Obviously old school methods would say you stand on one leg. A lot of people struggle with that. So this is quite nice because you get to lay down, gain a lot of control through the movement, can't you?
Yeah.
And obviously again, hold the 2-second stretch, release it out, and then repeat it.
That's it. Yeah, and remember to do both sides.
Please.
No wonky stretching.
That's it.
Brilliant. Thanks for watching, and join us again for another one soon.
Bye.